All right, having some technical issues here with the screen glitching, but I don't know. We're just gonna roll with it. This is new for me. So first live I think I've done in I don't know like 6 years. There's always a little bit of adjustment when you take time off and come back to things, and basically just don't really stay consistent with stuff. Why is my microphone doing this? Look, why is my microphone doing this? See? All right. This is but yeah, I figured I would just do this because I released a video yesterday and I'm releasing videos right now. Um and it's like a podcast, but the it's not on a podcast feed right now. Um I just I don't know how consistent I'm going to be, and since YouTube is free to upload for now, I am just going to stick with YouTube. Libsyn, my podcast hosting platform, Spotify. I'd have to reconfigure the RSS feed and stuff like that, and I'm just not doing that right now. So YouTube is what is happening. So yeah, I don't even know if anybody's gonna watch this live because I didn't announce that this would be. Yeah, there goes another one of those screen glitches that just happened. Not sure why that's happening. I mean, I have some idea, but the things that I'm doing don't seem to really work for it. I'm looking at the sidebar here. Moderation helps everyone feel safe because that's what life's about, feeling safe. To build a positive live chat experience for you and your viewers, choose who can participate, set a delay between messages, hide or put people in timeout, manage messages held for review, add moderators to your channel. Yeah, I'm not going to do that, I don't think, because people can come on here and say whatever they want. And if I want to reply to them, I will. And, if not, then I won't. So yeah, I guess this will be more of a video for anybody to catch later, since no one's really gonna join in live. It's yeah, it's been an interesting journey for me. I would say, and I think that's what this live stream is about. Is just like trying to figure out how to come back into the realm of podcasting, creating videos, how to center it. I have a hard time sort of like labeling things, and we live in a world of like, got to grab your attention quick. It's got to be like oh, there's like a flickering on this guy's video, like, fuck this guy, I'm out, or something like that. Or, oh, you can't curse within the first 8 minutes of a YouTube video. So, who knows what's going to happen now with that, right? It's like all these rules and regulations and whatnot. And, I don't feel very comfortable with them. And I don't, and I'm definitely not. I mean, I've noticed that like a lot of people are very like, especially people that create content on YouTube. It's like very polished, and there's kind of a cadence in the way that people talk, and it's really interesting because this has happened in the mainstream media and in it's like there's a specific word for it, like when newscasters or broadcasters get brought up from their local networks, say like in like Wichita, Kansas, and they're going to New York. They actually get trained with a vocal coach so that they could get rid of their accent. And newscasters develop this like, hi, tonight at 9, are your kids dying? The newscasters are always like, commercials on the news when I was a kid growing up would be something like, tonight at 9, is there something potentially toxic and dangerous that could cause your kids to overdose and have a death? Find out tonight at 9. What's lurking in your home? It's like, wait a second, wait. Can you just tell me now? Can you just tell me what that is? This is like before the internet, it's like, hold on a second, wait a second. Tonight at 9 is a common food item that you may have in your fridge, potentially deadly for your small children. Find out on Fox at 9. Um, can you maybe just tell me that now? That would be good. That would be good to know. So yeah, there's like a normal cadence of talk that they learn, and there's a term for it, and I don't know what the term is, but every newscaster kind of talks a little bit like this. And then they all have that way of talking, but it has also naturally evolved in the YouTube space as well. I love YouTube and I love watching people on YouTube. And there's many people that have the same, I guess it's a way to attract a larger audience, for people to understand you. I'm not really quite exactly sure what it is. I'd like to think that the way that I communicate is natural and normal, and most people can understand what I'm saying. But if you watch certain YouTubers who have like millions of subscribers, they will oftentimes present a video like, hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to explore the Roman Empire. How did it start? Where did it begin? And really, was it so great? You know, and they do that. And I don't know, I've never wanted to do that. I have fun messing around and playing with different voices and impressions, but I don't have any desire to really present in that way. I like to come on here and talk naturally, and just kind of flow. And so that's what this is: natural flow, daily dose, thoughts of the day. I'm feeling good. I've just had a child, and brought a life into this world, and that's why I've been away for so long. The first 5.5 weeks has just been me, my wife, and our son, just nesting, and lots of diaper changes, and lots of doing laundry and dishes. And thankfully, we have a good community of friends who have been stopping by and helping out, and really have made it really easeful and as close to like a village as possible, as close to a village type of situation where people are helping out and supporting by bringing food or doing the laundry or holding the baby. It's been really nice in that way. um so yeah, despite everything, like, I feel really good. It's really interesting. The more that I have on my plate, the more I feel, the less the less stuck I feel in a state of like perfectionist paralysis, where I'm like, okay, I got to make sure that that I am creating something and making it perfect. It's never going to be perfect. So that's why I'm sort of hopping on and just rolling with what I got today. Um, and then another major sort of like conundrum that I have too is I'm very one of the thoughts that I've been thinking about is around this medium, and how I want to do something different, and I don't want to just like I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Like, I think most people, myself included, like to watch things where they're learning and gathering information, but I myself I've found myself stuck, overwhelmed at like all the information is out there, all the steps, the practices, the habits, the books. It's all out there. Everything is out there. Anything that you could want. How do I accomplish this? How do I do this? And like, most people don't do it because at some level I would have to think that we don't actually want to do those things, or maybe we want the thing but we're not willing to do what it takes to get the thing. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that. It just tells me that you really don't want it that badly. Of course, there's people that really really want something. They want to become an entrepreneur and have a profitable $1 million business, and they are hell-bent on achieving that goal, and they'll do anything. You hear stories like this all the time from people like Gary Vee and people like that. It's like, you got to hustle, you got to grind, you got to do whatever it takes, you got to outwork the other guy, you got to be smarter than the other guy, you got to sleep on a park bench and go broke and eat ramen noodles, and just whatever you got to do, bootstrap, make it happen, hustle, grind. I mean, that's a particular kind of way of life. I kind of think of it a little bit like everybody has something that motivates them. Everybody has their reasons, and everything comes with a cost. The people that have sacrificed certain things are okay with not having those things. Like some people are okay with not having kids and not being married, and are, you know, solely focused on inventing a new solution for a more fuel efficient vehicle or something, let's say, right? um, and they're just like, yeah, this is my mission, this is my purpose in life, I am driven, I am motivated, I'm passionate, I will sacrifice whatever needs to be sacrificed to achieve this aim. And some of those people, I feel like it's true and it's in their heart and it's their soul's calling. And some of those people, I feel like it's a sickness a little bit, like it's a, you know, because you're going to pay a cost of for something, for, you know, I have a tendency to think that anything led to anything that is acted out, let's say, to an extreme degree, brings us out of balance. I personally feel like a very balanced person. I want to be a balanced person. You know, I get joy from going out into my backyard and looking out at the lake and seeing the birds, and, you know, accumulating the getting the news of the day from like the wind and the water and the birds and the trees and the little moments that I have to sort of soak in the immediate direct felt experience of being alive. And I'm not always doing that. I like to watch TV, I like to watch movies, I like to spend time with friends, you know, but it's this need, this very like American, maybe puritanical ethos of strive and drive and work and achieve. Like, I really just want to appreciate life and have fun and enjoy and be grateful for the opportunity and the chances to appreciate and enjoy life and soak up the little moments that I have. You know, I remember, I think it was like Dennis Leary's stand-up comedy special. You know, Leary definitely was heavily influenced by Bill Hicks, but he did say something original in one of his um, stand-up specials where he's like, "Look, the moments in life that are joyful, that we get to experience joy, are fleeting. They're in the moments where you like bite into a chocolate chip cookie or you have a cold beer at the end of a day of hard work, right?" Like my boss always used to say, you know, the best scene in the movie The Shawshank Redemption, it's when they put hot tar on the roof and they're roofing all day. The prison inmates are roofing all day and the guards buy them beer and they sit down and they have a beer. And it's true to a certain extent. It's like, I think that there's this sort of fantasy of breaking free from any strife, challenge, trauma, pain, wounds. We want to be healed. We want to be perfect. We want a life of ease. We want things to always go our way. But I don't think that gives life the real sort of seasoning that you can get from embracing the challenges and navigating the difficulties, all with a open heart, accepting it all, paying attention to what your soul calls for, and where the soul is directing you, and how it's like nourished and feels alive. You know, I've said many times my soul feels most alive when I'm at a music festival. You know, I'm at a music festival, I'm not working, I'm not doing anything for anybody else. I am just existing with my friends, and we're laughing and we're dancing and we're joking and we're playing, and um, you know, there's great music, and, you know, we're on copious amounts of psychedelics, and it's just like free and love and, you know, bliss. And, you know, you really can't exist in that state for an extended period of time, because, as Alan Watts would say, is like, well, if you're always exalted and elated, how would you know when you have to go down to experience the up? It's like having the dichotomy, having the contrast between the rainy day and the sunny day makes the sunny day that much better, and conversely makes the rainy day that much better. In Colorado here, it doesn't rain that often. When it does rain, it's exciting. I like it. I'd like to watch the rain in the window and go outside and listen to the rain and smell the rain. I think that we live in a culture that is constantly tricked and deceived and manipulated and lured in with the siren songs of commercialism and consumerism and materialism and capitalism, all the isms that we really don't like. You don't want a life of challenge. You don't want a life of worry and stress. You want everything to be easy. You want everything to be perfect. You want it to be 72 degrees and sunny without a cloud in the sky every day. And it's like, yeah, that's pretty good for a little while. And then that day that it comes and the clouds come and the gray comes and it just pours and it's dark, and it's like kind of a nice break. It's a nice little reprieve. If you were an omnipotent, omnipresent, powerful being, if you were God as a whole, unity consciousness, oneness, not fractal and fragmented, the God consciousness fragmented through the subjective lens of every sentient being, then you would get bored eventually. I know that I've experienced that before on high doses of LSD. And it was interesting. I felt prescient. I felt like I knew it was going to happen like 3 seconds before it happened. But it was boring. I felt like it was at a music festival and everybody was enjoying and everybody was like, oh yeah, like remember that? Oh, that was crazy. Like the element of surprise of like what this person's going to say and how they're going to respond and the group dynamics. It was really, everybody was enjoying in the human experience. And I had felt, because I had taken, like 1,200 micrograms, I had felt that I was popped out of that experience and I was in a different realm and I was perceiving time differently. And it was kind of boring. If you are the oneness, if you are in a non-dual state, dual states are appealing. The grass is always greener on the other side is what I'm trying to say, and it's true. We think that we want a life of ease and joy and no pain, no stress, no challenges, and then when we get it, we're like, huh. I think a lot of people look back at their life when they're older and go, that period where I was going to school, I was going to work, I was getting my master's degree, I was recording podcasts, I was raising a small child, all this stuff was going on, and I never felt more alive. I never felt like, it's like when we create meaning and purpose, we have to create it, and we choose to make it what we want to make it by either embracing it or rejecting it. If we keep fighting it and complaining about it and trying to get rid of it, or say that we're integrating it or bypassing it, that's not where it's at. It might be where it's at for a small period of time, but that time eventually fades. I mean, tell me, like, have you ever experienced a time where you had it all and then it got a little boring, or you unconsciously sabotaged or tried to shake things up a little bit, And I think if we're aware of that, we can make sure that our sabotages aren't detrimental. We can observe them and know, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. I might start to sabotage myself because I want some more excitement and drama in my life. It's kind of like gambling, I used to gamble a lot. When I was around 18, I got into sports betting and playing cards and Texas Hold'em, and I would do pretty good at Texas Hold'em, and I would play at the Hold'em tables for a while, and I'd walk away maybe with like $50 or $100 or sometimes a little bit more. And then sometimes I would lose it all plus more at the roulette table, because it wasn't about winning the money and grinding it out. It wasn't about the laborious task of sitting down and playing tight poker. It was more exciting, especially at that age, the rush of gambling. When that ball stops spinning and hits the number, and you're like, that's my number. The same feeling happens when you lose too. It's the highs and the lows, the extremes make us really feel alive in a world devoid of real true meaning, real true substantive visceral aliveness. So I totally get it. It's like, oh, I wish I went to the casino and I wish I knew all the cards. It's like, yeah, that might be cool. Maybe if you had the magical ability to know what cards are coming out, and you made millions and millions of dollars. But after let's just say you did that for like 10 years, you've bought everything, you've done everything, you've traveled the world, you've had all kinds of experiences. You might go, you know what? I don't want to have this power anymore. I don't want to know what cards are coming out. Like I want to be in the thrill of existence and just roll with it and see what happens. Not know what happens. Fuck around and find out. I think we can curse now. It's been 21 minutes. Take that, YouTube. Take that. So, oh wow, I see a one. One person has joined. Yeah, thank you for joining. I didn't announce that I was doing this. I just popped on here. So this is maybe going to be a new thing, where I just do this, for like 20 minutes or so. Anyway, I released a video yesterday. The video was you could check it out. I was basically just talking about sort of this reality that we live in, these agreements that we've made as human beings in this time on Earth. How do we want to live? What do we want to do? Do we want to keep playing the same game? Are we willing to keep biting the same hook, getting riled up every time some team, some side who we imagine is speaking for us decides that things should be a certain way or not? We don't have to go with this apparatus. We don't have to go with this structure. We don't have to play with this game. And I argue that, we can do things differently. But again, do we want to? Right? It's like we're pretty comfortable, and we do like for people to do things for us. And we do like to sort of relax into a system where things are kind of set and in motion, where we don't have to, shake things up too much. And it's just like, all right, well, it's not really that bad. I can kind of cope and deal with it. But we do have the power to shift things and make changes and start to organize the way that we coexist in this world together in different ways. It just takes a lot of energy and effort to group together and do those things. But we can do it because everything that has been created and made by humans can be altered by humans. And just because one group of people are telling us that the dominant game that has been going on for the last 300 years is the only game in town, well, it's not, because if you look at history, things change. Governments change, societies change, empires change, people change. And I believe we are in a time of change. We're in a sort of chrysalis. We're in an incubation stage where we're gestating, we're figuring things out. Things are going to get messy. It's always darkest just before the dawn kind of thing. And the dawn's coming, right? I believe Mark Twain said that. So he did. All right, well, that's it. Those are my thoughts of the day. This has been pretty cool, I guess. I hope you like it. And stay tuned for a new video. I will have people on the show. I will, interview or have conversations with people. So stay tuned for that. I know I'm trying to get 4 podcasts set up right now, and I'll say who they are. So maybe you can kind of nudge them for a conversation. It's Adam Aronovich, who runs the page Healing from Healing. My good friend Adam, he runs Healing from Healing on Instagram. Jessa Reed, the Projector and the Flail, with Mark Pontius, and among other things. And Ramin Nazer, the wonderful Ramin Nazer. Want to get him on and talk to him, and Jennifer Sodini. All friends of mine, and just good times to sit down with them and have interesting conversations. I know you guys will enjoy them. So those will be coming up. I don't have them scheduled, but they'll be coming up. And then in the meantime, I'll be doing solo episodes, and I'll see about what this live thing is and if it's worth doing, and coming on and just doing like a 25-minute thought of the day thing or 15-minute thought of the day. All right, back to your regularly scheduled rabbit hole perusing. Go troll the internet. Peace.